Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Globali. Schools across India today celebrated Children's Day with vibrant enthusiasm, marking the birth anniversary of India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who believed deeply in nurturing young minds. And on the special occasion dedicated to celebrating young talent, we have with us today child author Tvisha. Today, we look forward to discussing her upcoming book, Kintsugi, a title inspired by the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold, symbolizing strength, healing, and the beauty of imperfections. So let's begin the pre launch introduction to Kintsugi and the remarkable young mind behind it. But before that, we must introduce our special guest, Dr. Suresh Kumar. He is the professor, Department of Buddhist Studies, and head Department of Buddhist Tourism Management, Nava Nalanda Mahavihara. It's a deemed university under Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Why Dr. Suresh Kumar today? Dr. Suresh Kumar has written the foreword for the book Kintsugi. So, thank you so much, sir, for your kind presence and for motivating our young talent on this special day. Happy Children's Day to all the children today watching
Thank
this
you,
show
madam.
and to our young author. Yes, Tvisha, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm very excited to be here.
So, the first question, your first book was definitely a fiction and it carried beautiful stories. Now, from fiction to poetry, why this transition and what made you to plan this transition, to make this transition from fiction to poetry?
I always have had a soft spot for poetry and I've always read and written poetry. The only reason why we're publishing the poetry collection right now is because we finally have enough poems to formulate a proper collection that will have every poem for every stage of moving on from a particular incident that has caused somebody grief.
Great. Suresh, sir, you have read her poetry. You know, like now about the book. You have written the foreword. Do you have any questions in your mind? Did you have any questions in your mind when you went through her poetry?
Yes, mostly, ma'am. First of all, if I'm not wrong, I think this is her second book.
Right, sir.
Yeah. And I think it's a very interesting day that today is a Children Day and you are launching her book. So congratulations to you and to her also.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
So I have a few curiosity. Tavisha, your poems are in English, but the title of the book is in Japanese. So, what inspired you to keep this unique blend of language?
The title poetry is the kintsugi is the art, Japanese art of restoring broken ceramics and pottery with gold and silver. And I found this to be a very beautiful concept, not only in the physical aspect, but also in the aspect that when somebody feels broken, they come out on the other side looking even more beautiful as a person. And I wanted to keep the authenticity of that concept, which is why I used the name Kintsugi for my title.
So, yeah,
Uh,
it's interesting, man. So, was there any specific experience that made you to choose this topic, this title?
I
Any,
was
any,
reading
any, any, any personal experience that you experienced?
I was actually reading an article about kintsugi, and around the same time frame, my mother was talking about how it's very beautiful that some people go through a journey in life and they come out on the other side completely different and much stronger and much more beautiful as a person, which is why I chose this topic because I went through a sort of stage in life where I did not feel very confident in who I was in my personality. And obviously still working through it, but I can feel that as I work harder to embrace myself for who I am and work harder to be more confident with who I am, I feel more beautiful as a person.
It's quite interesting, and there is a one more curiosity, and I think the cover page of the book, it has cats. So what does that imply? And who inspired you to design this cover page?
My cover page has cats because I have two cats that I adore very much. And the inspiration behind the cover page was basically that I didn't want the person in the cover page, which would ideally be me, to be alone. I wanted some sort of companion there, which is why I added my cats there for both aesthetic appeal and also for the emotional sentiment behind it.
That's nice. That's good. And
We could see cats in the beginning when she entered the camera. We could
yes,
see
yes,
her
yes.
cat bite.
Yeah. And I think the content of the book is quite interesting, and it will appeal the young minds, especially the children's. And congratulations to you, ma'am. I think you have
Thank you, sir.
always supported her, and you always keep supporting the young authors. So special congratulations to you, and especially for choosing this Children Day and making this Children Day, you can say, a memorable Children Day for Tvisha.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, sir, for your. Actually, these are the curiosities. I think these questions will hit every individual's mind, whosoever reads the entire poetry book. Definitely, we are giving hints to the readers, to the viewers today. Divisha, what does the title like? How does the title reflect the inner journey or message, of your poetry? Do you want to convey or any message through your poetry to the readers?
My poetry, I would say, is very volatile and very different. Every piece of poetry has something different to say. There are some pieces of my poetry that talk about finding light in a very dark time, and there are other pieces that simply describe the dark time and do not focus on how to get out of it. It just makes the reader feel like there is somebody else going through the exact same thing, and they always have somebody to find in their solitude and in their grief, which is why I wanted all of my poems to convey, like, the one common thing between all of my poems would be that you're not going through this alone, and there's always going to be somebody on the other, even if they're on the other part of the globe, who can resonate with what you're going through, which is why Kintsugi is considered an art. I was recently conversing with another student at my school, and she was telling me about Kintsugi and how she had read about it and how it created such beautiful pieces that sold for such high prices. So I thought that Kintsugi would be able to resonate to a lot of people in the sense that you're not alone and you're going to come out of it much more beautiful.
Oh, such a beautiful message. So, Dr. Suresh, uh, I just want to ask, like, you are into the Buddhist department. Maybe you are teaching the youth the blend of culture. Can we also find a blend of culture? Like in this book, can we also look forward to have a beautiful amalgamation with Japanese literature and English and Japanese, Japan and India? Do we also find some cultural touch, maybe cultural amalgamation? What do you think? Would that be a very beautiful step if we actually take this book ahead and we project it as a cultural unity between two countries?
Uh, yes, I agree with you, ma'am. And I think both the countries, the India and Japan, they have very common cultural relations. And so far as Buddhism is concerned, there are so many Buddhist sites in India, and Japanese people, they remain quite interested in those sites. And every year we find a number of Japanese tourists. They visit India, and there are many students from our country. They are visiting Japan, and they are learning their language and culture. And I think the books like this, that carrying the blend of, you can say, the language and the culture, that will be, you can say, quite fruitful and helping for those students and the young minds who are interested in cultural relations between both the nations. So I think this book will be quite beneficial for the young minds and the researchers.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
Divisha, what a, beautiful thought. Like, one title actually can bring in so many things, Japanese title, English poetry. We can see blend of cultures. We can see unity here. We can see relationships. Uh, Divisha, what do you hope readers will feel or discover when they read these poems? Can you hear me?
In Yes, yes. In my opinion, everybody, when they go through life, they have different wirings and different experiences that build who they are and their perception of a particular thing, which is why everybody would look at the same thing in a slightly different way. And I don't want my readers to feel a specific emotion or specific idea when they read my poetry. All I really want is that my words can incite some sort of emotion in them, and that emotion be completely unique to them. They feel that the words have spoken something to them, and that it's making life easier for them. It's making them feel more related to and heard and seen. That's all I want from my readers.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
Tavisha.
Yes.
So, is any poem that is your personal one, your personal favorite one?
My personal favorite poem.
Yeah.
I think my favorite poem would be this one piece that is at the end of the book. It is called The Girl with the Magic Hair,
And why it is favorite?
because I wrote it very recently when I went to visit my great grandmother, and she was sort of the muse for for this piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will not reveal the verse. We'll reveal very soon. In a few days only. The book is on the way. It's just we pre-launching, and sir has aptly put forth the question. Now, readers will be more curious to know what is in that title and the magic behind the title. Devisha, if you had to describe this poetry book in three words, what would they be and why?
Hmm. Three words. One would definitely be hope, because there is a lot of hopeful aspect in this book, because this book is not about somebody who's completely torn down. It's about somebody who's feeling bad but really, really wants to get up. Another word would be seasons, because as the different chapters of this book progress, you can see a shift in my mindset, or in rather the words and the emotion behind my words. And the third word would be love, because, in my opinion, every piece of art that is ever born is born out of some emotion, and the basic fundamental emotion on which we all run is love.
Beautiful. Dr. Suresh, do you have any other question? Because it's a pre-launch, we will be ending with beautiful lines. Anything else you have in your mind that today Divisha should
No, I'm
speak
I'm
out?
I'm, I'm just waiting for the book, and that's the last one. Okay. Tvisha, are you planning to write some more poetry books? Or,
I'm not
or,
sure.
or, or again, you are planning to shift to fictions?
Yes, I my third book that I am currently working on is fictitious in nature.
That's
This transition is beautiful.
good.
So, from storytelling sessions to art exhibitions, the day must have been a lively reminder today of joy, reminder of the joy, innocence, and brilliance children bring into the world and our country. has celebrated and still celebrating Children's Day. And we are glad that we have a young artist, author Tvisha, with us today, and we are celebrating her upcoming book. And we wait for the big launch, which will be very soon appearing and hitting our doors. And I wish Tvisha heartiest congratulations, all the best for your upcoming book, Kintsugi. And yes, we are waiting for that D day when we can actually celebrate your poetry. We can read a few verses from your book. And today, Global Eye takes the pride of celebrating young talent. The Global Eye takes the pride of introducing young talent to the world so that we remember that the world, our country, is made, is constructed, is developed by the young brains, by the young minds. And what can be more beautiful than literature? And when we speak of unity, when we speak of cultural unity, when we speak of blend of languages, blend of cultures, blend of traditions, what best can be than poetry? Thank you so much, Tvisha, for coming and joining the Global Eye. Thank you so much, Dr. Suresh Kumar, for taking out time and also taking out time for reading Tvisha's book and writing forward for her book. Yes, Tvisha, a few lines to Dr. Suresh rather than I say everything.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you've taken out the time to read my book and write such a lovely forward. And you have asked me such wonderful questions here today. It means a lot to me, and I'm extremely honored. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Tavisha. Congratulations to you, and keep growing, and keep the doors open for the new and innovative ideas, emotions, and feelings.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, everyone. Thank you for watching The Global Eye. We'll meet again with new artists, new authors. And yes, we are also waiting for the D Day on the Global Eye and Griffin publication to celebrate the launch of the book Kintsugi. Yes, thank you so much. Till then, happy Children's Day once again.